Hey y'all, welcome back to Shri FC. I hope you all are well and you're good. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and please like the video, and please do participate in the comment section. I hope you are well and good. Time to review the game. Arsenal Football Club versus Chelsea Football Club. One team striving at the top and one team could not even be top in the bottom half of the table, and that is a big stage Chelsea are right now in. It hurts me right now because I never thought I'll preview Arsenal versus Chelsea match in my life, with Chelsea being 12th in the league and Arsenal being 2nd in the league. But people, that reminds us football is a strange game and a lot of great things can happen. So starting off with the first team, Arsenal Football Club, and my neutral opinion on this is they are having a stupendous season, and Mikel Arteta deserves massive credit for the way he has done, the way he took them after the, you can say, the pain of missing out on top 4 in the last game weeks to this season has been enormous. Bukayo Saka, fantastic talent. Gabriel Martinelli, for me right now, one of the most dangerous footballer in the world and one of the best left winger in the league along with Marcus Rashford. Gabriel Jesus has come in from Manchester City for 55-60 million, and that money is not even talked about. He's such a top player. He's Richarlison, Sterling, all came for the same price. One has been world class and two have been disasters. What a top signing by Mikel Arteta to convince him, and Gabriel Jesus taking a right career choice going to Arsenal. And then Zinchenko, what a damn player he has been. Yes, defensively he has some mistakes, but do not question his attacking quality and the build-up help he does to the Arsenal Football Club. Gabriel has been a fantastic centre-back this season for them. Saliba Salih, before injury, was top class, one of the best centre-back in the league, but the injury has been a massive problem. Ben White has been a revelation at right back, with Tomiyasu injured for mostly of the season. Ramsdale, you can say some of the mistakes he has made in last weeks, but he also saved them Arsenal against Manchester City from a very big embarrassment and has been a very important part. Saved them a point at Anfield as well. And he's a keeper who's going to develop to become better. He's very good with his feet, but needs to do more work on his shot stopping. And then you go towards the midfield. Partey has had a very good season. I think now he's exhausted now, but he has had a very good season, and the same goes with Granit Xhaka. And who can forget Trossard? What a damn signing the guy has been, and what a great footballer. From missing out on Mudryk to going on 27 million, Trossard having goals, assists, everything in his game. Arsenal have done a very good work. For Arsenal now, if Arsenal fans do agree with me, they need to strive more ahead now, and they need to go in the summer and back the manager. Mikel Arteta has done his job. He has taken a side who was 5th last season to title contenders. They have young core of Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard. They have players like Smith Rowe who have not got much chances this season due to injuries. They have Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko. They have Gabriel, Saliba, Ramsdale, Ben White. They've got a very good young core. They just need to add more proper players. Like in midfield, I think as much as I love Jorginho cannot replace Partey. Jorginho is still not a first team starter for a team trying to compete for the title. I think they need to go for a player like Caicedo with Champions League football as well, and that will provide them a proper midfield next season. I think if Arsenal can go there, get a player who can fight with Saka for his position, Trossard fighting against Martinelli, Odegaard and Fabio Vieira slowly developing, Jesus and Nketiah, and Saka having someone to compete will be good for them. And along with that, getting a midfielder and a proper centre-back. If they can even get these 3 players, they'll be at the top next season and will only need to cross the final line. That brings me to my club, Chelsea Football Club. And if disaster is a word, Chelsea is the word that best describes it. For a club in turmoil, ownership sanctions and ownership leaving, Todd Boehly Consortium and Iqbali coming up here, we all knew it was going to be a tough season. Everybody was unsure of top 4 finish. I was positive because I tried to be positive as a fan, but many people had Arsenal 3rd, Tottenham 4th, Chelsea 6th, Chelsea 5th, but nobody ever anticipated us to be 12th. But it's been a disaster. From having Thomas Tuchel as a manager sacked, and then Graham Potter sacked, Bruno Salter left the club, now Frank Lampard, 4 managers, 600 million spending, and after that you have to be really honest, Thomas Tuchel's 10 points in his first 6 games have kept us away from a relegation battle. We haven't got 40 points yet. Aston Villa, before the international break, were behind us. Now they are 10, 11, or I believe 12, 13 points ahead of us. I'm not fully sure. That shows how far we have fallen. They were 16th in the table when Unai Emery came in. Now they are 6th or 5th. And Chelsea have only gone down and down. It's been a tough season. From big spending and everything that we have done, it's been a very disappointing season for Chelsea. We have to be honest. Now there are some reasons. We need to be very honest as well. And this is where I want to have some sympathy for Todd Boehly and his consortium. I will give them time. And I do see in future we'll be in much better position. First of all, we have to be honest. coming in straight in June as an ownership when other clubs start working on their transfers for the summer from March was always going to be difficult. Then they had to immediately get the signings. They had some in between with Tuchel. Nobody knows what happened. They sacked him. Fair enough. They brought an inexperienced manager and his salary never worked. Then they wanted to keep Bruno Salter, but he never wanted to work with Chelsea because Potter was sacked. And they went with Frank Lampard for a PR move, so fans are happy in the stadium, so they can find the right guy. And I think if they bring Pochettino, they agree to the right terms, there's a proper procedure to bring him on, and the board this time don't act hastily. I think we could be in a good future. I do think what they have signed, players like Badiashile who are young, Enzo, we have got players like Levy Colwill, we have a good centre-back future with Fofana, Badiashile, Colwill, experience with Thiago Silva, Chaloba, Reece James and Gusto in one position, Ben Chilwell, and can Pochettino do some job with Cucurella. We have got midfield where if we can add a player like Lavia and we can keep Mason Mount, we suddenly have next year good midfield of Enzo, Lavia, Kante, Mason, and in future we can sign one more. We still have players like Kasadai, Chukwemeka in the academies and developing, so we have a lot more talent, and we could have had Billy Gilmer, but well done Chelsea. You go towards the front department, Mudryk is a talented young guy who just needs more development. You go towards Raheem Sterling is not as bad as we made him look like. Mediuke is a good talent. I think David Dr. Fofana needs a loan and can develop. Kai Havertz is not as bad footballer. He's just a part-time footballer. And signing one more player in the department with a proper manager in, I think we can do much better than what we are in this position. But the board need to give the keys to the manager and let him develop the club and to Christopher Weiwel and stay away from it. And this is why the season has been disastrous. Manager change after manager change, no proper pre-season, players have been unfit, tactically they've been unclear what to do, and that's been a disaster, and that had to happen. Hopefully with the pre-season, Chelsea will be back next season. Now that brings me on to both the sides likely 11s and injury news. Arsenal for the first, they have no Saliba for this game, he's a massive doubt. Tomiyasu is out and Lenny is out, so they'll go with the likely 11 of Ramsdale as a goalkeeper, Ben White, then he's going to be Holding, Gabriel the centre backs. Holding has been a bit of weak point, but I think he's made a very big scapegoat. Arsenal cannot build up with him very well, so that's understandable, but many other players have also not performed well in recent weeks, and you cannot be dropping points for Southampton, to be really honest. Zinchenko at the left is going to be Xhaka part of the midfield for me in this match, and I think sadly Odegaard might be dropping this game with so many fixtures and a bit of rest, a bit of exhaustion to clear off, and Trossard might get his deserved chance at number 10 with Saka, Martinelli, because you cannot drop Martinelli in this game. He can cook Chelsea's right side with no Reece James, and in Gabriel he's just up top. Chelsea have no Reece James for the season. Mason Mount could also be out for the season. Kai Havertz could be back. Cucurella is out. Koulibaly is out and Broha is out. So Chelsea for me will go with Kepa as a goalkeeper. Mendy, I think due to contract issue is not being played. Wesley Fofana, Thiago Silva, Badiashile, the back three. A proper back three should have been playing for a long time. Trevor Chalobah will be playing at the right side to handle Martinelli. I don't think Aspi can do that. At the left, Ben Chilwell. And then Enzo Kovacic Kante will be playing in the midfield to control the midfield against a dominant Arsenal team. And then Kai Havertz and João Felix will be up top. No more Gallagher and Sterling. And if Frank does that, now I cannot defend him. I think why I don't want him sacked right now is season is over. Let's end it and hopefully Frank ends it on a high note. But if he does play Gallagher and Sterling here, I have no words. So coming on to the prediction and everything. See, right now we can look at the previous record of Chelsea against Arsenal. We can't do that. It's a whole different Chelsea team. It's a whole different Arsenal team. The complexion of the season is different. Chelsea want this season to end and want to go to pre-season. The players have given up this season. The manager has given up. We are playing a new formation of 3-6-1. That's already, we are putting a white flag in. And Arsenal are trying to get their season back on track and thrashing their rivals Chelsea, getting back on track and winning games and ending the season on a high is very important for Arsenal. I've already said this to a lot of Arsenal fans as well, that Arsenal might not win the title this year and still it's been a great season, but you need to end it well. You cannot end the season on a sore note of having a bad form and taking the momentum next season. End it well, and the next season with more backups, more in signings, you come back better. I think in this match, being very honest, first of all, nobody knows where the goal is going to come from. Chelsea's April goal of the month was only Conor Gallagher deflected strike. In February, we had only one goal. It's very difficult to see. But now on the final note, why I do think we might score in this game is because of the way this game can go in the nature. Mudryk can come from the bench, Aubameyang can come from the bench. And I think Arsenal will rob Holding. And because Arsenal will try to batter us with anger, this might be a match where we might just get a deflected strike. And if these players are not even motivated to spoil Arsenal's title race for the London derby, is big big red mark on these players, that even if managers have been a problem, the season has been turmoil, owner has been a problem, where is your passion for this league? So I think these players need to step up, they need to play with intensity, and I think this is why we might just get a goal in this game. But I cannot see our defense surviving Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, players like Trossard, players like Odegaard, players like Gabriel Jesus. And this is why I think we might defend well. I do trust Fofana, Silva, Badia, Shele, but I think Trevor Chalobah versus Martinelli, I think Ben Chilwell versus Bukayo Saka. I'm sorry, I will hope we do a good result for Chelsea's sake. I love my team, and beating Arsenal, no disrespect, neutral here. As a Chelsea fan, you love to beat your rivals, but I think I'm going with Arsenal Football Club 3 and Chelsea 1. I could easily have gone 4-2, 5-2, but I cannot see that. And I think Arsenal are going to win this game 3-1. We will get a surprise lead. They'll come back in the match. They'll score another, and counter-attack, they'll score the third one. But hopefully the Blues players step up and we have a great match. Thank you, everyone. Please do like and subscribe. Hope you all are great. Thank you so much.